The order to move rippled through the ranks. Officers strode with curt words, their boots cracking over the frozen ground. The men gathered toward the boats, shuffling in lines that looked less like soldiers than a procession of ghosts. Sebastian and Joseph found themselves together, climbing into a flat-bottomed boat that groaned under the weight of a dozen men. The oars cut into the icy black, each stroke pulling them farther from the shore. Snow began to fall, slow, heavy flakes that seemed to hush even the river's voice. Joseph leaned close, his teeth chattering. "If the cold doesn't kill us, the Hessians will. And if they don't, our own damned muskets will misfire and do the work for them." Sebastian didn't laugh. His gaze was fixed on the water, on the way the current caught the flakes and dragged them down into darkness. For a moment, just a moment, he saw something impossible. Reflected in the rippling water was not his own face, but that of an older man, scarred, severe, with eyes that carried centuries. The image flickered, gone as quickly as it came, leaving only his pale reflection staring back. He closed his eyes. Not now. The crossing took hours. By the time their boots struck the opposite shore, the men were near frozen, but adrenaline sparked through their veins. Washington himself moved among them, a steady figure in the storm, voice low but iron hard. Orders spread, silence, discipline, surprise. Sebastian and Joseph followed their company inland. The snow muffled every step. Muskets were primed, bayonets fixed, though more than one man prayed his powder would stay dry long enough to fire. The road to Trenton stretched ahead, a narrow ribbon flanked by skeletal trees. "Feels like walking into a grave," Joseph muttered. Sebastian nodded. "Maybe it is." They pressed on. By dawn, the attack erupted. Muskets thundered, bayonets gleamed. Shouts tore through the sleepy town of Trenton as Hessians scrambled from their beds. Smoke thickened the streets, carrying the stink of powder and burning timber. Sebastian fought like a man possessed, every thrust of his bayonet guided more by instinct than training. His movements were precise, almost rehearsed, as though he had lived these moments before. Joseph noticed, even in the chaos, the way Sebastian seemed to anticipate the enemy's steps, the timing of volleys, the weaknesses in their lines. At one point, Sebastian kicked down a door and found himself staring into a Hessian officer's eyes. For a heartbeat, the world tilted, and Sebastian saw the man not as an enemy, but as someone he had already slain once before, in another life, another war. The officer lunged, and Sebastian's bayonet found its mark. Blood steamed in the cold.